You're listening to Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance, Protecting Texas Churches. The show that gives pastors and church leaders the clarity they need to protect their people, property, and ministry.
Welcome back to Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance, Protecting Texas Churches. I'm your host, Ron Wadley with Insurance for Texans. We help church leaders protect their people and property with wisdom and clarity. Today, we are wrapping up our map tour of the Lone Star State. We're still in step one of our framework, where you are now, because you can't protect a church you haven't truly mapped out. We've covered the high plains and the Metroplex, but today we're heading into the greenest and often wettest parts of the state. Let's start over in the Piney Woods of East Texas. It's beautiful, it's humid, and water is absolutely everywhere. But here's the problem. That famous East Texas red clay doesn't absorb water worth a lick. When those heavy rains hit, the water just sits on the surface and starts rolling. We see churches flood, parking lots wash out, and those beautiful old sanctuaries constantly battling serious mold issues because the moisture simply has nowhere to go. If your where you are includes red clay and pine trees, your maintenance and insurance better account for water intrusion. Moving down to South Texas and the Gulf Coast, you're fighting a different kind of war. The endless oppressive heat wears down your roof and your AC units twice as fast as anywhere else. But we all know the real elephant in the room: hurricane season. Between storm surges, high winds, and the constant saltwater corrosion in the air, a major event isn't a possibility, it's an eventual guarantee. I've talked to so many church leaders down there who thought they were fine with a standard policy, only to have a hurricane come through and learn the hard way that standard commercial policies almost always exclude flood damage. By the time the water is in the fellowship hall, it's too late to check the exclusions. Finally, we have Central Texas and the Hill Country. There's a reason they call it Flash Flood Alley. The land is steep and it's rocky. When the rain falls, it doesn't soak in. It runs, and it runs incredibly fast. In the Hill Country, it can be bright and sunny during your morning staff meeting, and you can be dealing with a chest-deep emergency by the time the sun goes down. The lesson for every trustee and pastor listening is this: two churches in the exact same zip code can have totally different exposures based on their elevation, their building age, or their soil type. You simply cannot build a smart, high-performing insurance policy without an honest, deep dive look at your specific environment. Stewardship means knowing the ground under your feet. If you're ready to stop guessing about your environmental risks and start planning, connect with our church insurance team at insurancefortexans.com and get the full story on these Texas realities by downloading your free copy of our book, The Promise of Certainty, at thepromiseofcertainty.com. I'm Ron Wadley, and this has been Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance, Protecting Texas Churches. Until next time, remember, your church's mission is too important to leave to chance.
Thanks for listening to Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance. Until next time, remember, insurance isn't just about policies. It's about safeguarding the mission God has called you to lead.